If a man finds out that the children are not his after 10 years, that's emotional distress. That's turmoil. That's disgust. It's disappointing. It's absurd. It's insane.
Following breaking news out of Sterling Heights, where police say a husband shot his wife in her work parking lot. That shooting happened at the Pomeroy Living Center on 15 Mile near DeQuinder.
It's high levels of theft. It's high levels of fraud. You're stealing his life. You're stealing his time, his emotions, his leadership, his guidance, his protection. Mandatory paternity test at birth. This is the third time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Travis, and welcome to the IPH Theory. Also, I am one half of the Cultural Discussions. Please like, follow, and subscribe to both entertainment channels on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a serious topic to talk about today. It involves gunshots going off in a city or a suburb called Sterling Heights, maybe a suburb outside of Detroit or within Detroit, or just in Michigan, period. But this is a serious topic because of the circumstances. And if we would look into prevention, you all will know exactly what I talk about whenever we get to this news story. Now, the results are alleged. I was reading some comments, I was hearing some things, but this is a serious topic. But we're going to get straight into the news clip, and we will get straight into the alleged reason why this incident happened. Here we go.
Following breaking news out of Sterling Heights, where police say a husband shot his wife in her work parking lot. That shooting happened at the Pomeroy Living Center on 15 Mile near DeQuinder. Gino Vici has an update on the victim's condition and the investigation.
Yeah, this is still a very active scene behind me. Take a look at this. Look at the bullet casing markings on the ground here. Sterling Heights police saying around 8 o'clock this morning they received a 911 call that a woman had been shot in the parking lot here at the Pomeroy Living Center off of 15 Mile near DeQuinder. We're told an employee was shot by her husband in the parking lot. We're told they both lived in the city of Warren and that the husband came up to his wife's employer and shot her several times. Police thankfully were able to respond to the scene within seconds. The wife was rushed to a nearby hospital where she is still alive. Police encountered the husband, who was armed with a revolver, and were able to take him into custody. Here is Captain Mario Bastianelli talking about the moment officers encountered the gunman.
Like I said, our officers were here, very quickly, so which makes all the difference in the world of somebody with a gun and they're actively shooting at people. So this happened to be a targeted incident because it was a domestic situation, but you never know how these things are going to transpire, right? How they're going to work out. Officers show up, you have a guy with a gun, does he go peacefully or does this end up turning into a shootout with our officers? It's a very stressful situation on everybody, including our officers arriving. All in all, a good ending to a bad situation.
Again, we're told the female victim is expected to survive despite being shot several times in the body. And again, her husband has been taken into custody. No word yet on when he could be charged. In Sterling Heights, Gino Vici, CBS News, Detroit.
Gino, thank you.
Okay, that was CBS News from Detroit, and it was about an incident, a domestic incident between a husband and a wife. A husband went up to his wife's job and opened fire on her and hit her several times. I'm guessing he hit her or, her at least 3 times and up, which is a very sad situation. I'm hearing that she's still alive and we're thankful for that. But there are some rumors going around about the reasons for the incident. And if this is true, I have spoken about this topic twice, and I will leave both thumbnails in the video during the editing process. There is an alleged rumor that this couple has been married for 9 or 10 years, let's just say a decade. And the husband is just finding out that the 3 kids that he thought that was his are not his. That doesn't give you a right to harm somebody, but I can understand his frustration. I don't understand the shooting, but I understand his anger, his level of being livid and irate, and his disappointment. You know, 7 months ago on my channel, I dropped a video called Paternity Test at Birth, because 1 out of 4 men are unknowingly stepdads. The key word is unknowingly. And I released another video called Mandatory Paternity Test at Birth Part 2. I will leave both of those segments, the thumbnails, in this edit, and hopefully I remember to even leave the links to the videos below. Once again, this is alleged. I'm not sure if this is the reason, but looking at the comments and looking at other people who are covering this incident or this story, I'm guessing that is true. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Husbands aren't just trying to harm their wives. If a man finds out that the children are not his after 10 years, that's emotional distress. That's turmoil. That's disgust. It's disappointing. It's absurd. It's insane. It's high levels of theft. It's high levels of fraud. You're stealing his life. You're stealing his time, his emotions, his leadership, his guidance, his protection. Mandatory paternity test at birth. This is the 3rd time that I have to talk about this subject. And I hate that somebody got hurt in the process. But if this is true, this man has been hurting unknowingly because he's been a stepfather unknowingly for 10 years. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious topic. So I'm not making fun of anything, but this is serious. Mandatory paternity test at birth. I don't give a damn if you and your wife have been together for 12 years, 15 years. Mandatory paternity test at birth in every city, every state, every town, every village across the world. We must know who the biological parents are, because if this is true, we can prevent situations and incidents and issues such as this. Now, the news did not say that the father or the husband found out that the kids aren't his, but if you look through the comment sections of the news story, or if you do your own research, many people are saying the same thing that come from the same area. Mandatory paternity test at every child birth. I do not know why that's an issue. Some women have an issue with that. But if you have an issue with it, it's because you are a manipulator, you are a deceiver, and those are traits of Satan. I hate that this man just threw away his life, if this is true. But hey, if you see this here, you all do your own research. I will say it once again. Mandatory paternity test at birth. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful afternoon.